Hey everybody, sorry, not real good at doing this kind of stuff, but I decided to do a little video. We're revamping our jerky, try to sell it out on the open market, along with our sausages and stuff like that during our slow times. I did a little test batch this last, yesterday, and today I've got it all cut apart and everything. Getting ready to do the water activity on it to make sure that it is shelf stable. Make sure that you don't have to stick it into refrigerated or freeze or anything like that. Like with all of our other sausages, jerky should be shelf stable. It should be to where you can leave it in your truck or on your counter or whatever in your backpack for a week and without it going bad. So if you ever buy jerky and it goes bad, something's wrong. Where we do still use the natural products or natural ingredients, no chemicals are done with our jerky. It's been kind of a fight, I guess. Mostly paranoia. I would say that it would mold or have too much water moisture inside of it and just not make a pleasurable bite. So we decided that we were going to go ahead and start really digging into old-fashioned strip-style jerky that still has color, texture, flavor, isn't chewing on cardboard or sawdust or anything like that. We're really trying to make the best out of our jerky that we can possibly do and still be able to maintain all that stuff. So today I'm actually going to measure the water activity on this batch of jerky that I've got here. This is just a small batch. This is what 5 pounds of jerky looks like. I don't know if you can see all of it, but there's 2.5 pounds sitting here. Basically, it's this batch here come out to almost a 50% yield, which is bar none more than we've ever gotten. So I'm real curious to see what we get on our water activity. This thing does take 5 minutes. I'm not going to waste your time on the whole 5-minute thing. But we'll get this thing turned on, get it set here. As you can see, I'm measuring the water activity in there. And there's certain things that you want that you're allowed, I should say, in water activity when you are doing something professional. I believe in Idaho the code is 0.65 to 0.85. So that's your target for your water activity, making it shelf stable. If you're not selling, if you're just making jerky for friends or something like that, you make it however you want. But to sell it to you guys so that you guys don't get sick and stuff like that, there is guidelines that I have to follow. So with that, I thought I would take a little bit of a second and just kind of show you. So this is, let me get this stuff out of the way. Sorry, I don't have anybody here videoing me. It's just me. I had to rig up a whole system just to kind of do this. So I am down here on the table. So with strip style jerky, you should get good flex, but you want, I don't know if you can see that, you want it to kind of tear and be fibrous. That's what creates a jerky. Now, if it just snaps, that means it's too dry. If it just bends and it doesn't tear, well, that's too wet. So there's a real fine line on what makes jerky jerky. So with this, I haven't tasted it. I haven't done anything. I literally just got it out of my smoker. It is still just a little bit warm, which I would generally check my water activity while it's still a little bit, or while it's actually cold. But this is still just a little bit warm. But just so you know that I'm not grabbing a piece that I've already checked. Here's a different piece here. So you got the flex, you got some tear, and it should just pull with a little bit of pressure to it. And if you look into the inside, you'll see that it's a touch pink, but that's actually okay, because if you think about biltong or any type of traditional style jerky, it should be somewhat pink. It is meat. It's red meat. So it should be pink. It shouldn't be brown. If it's brown, it's either got a lot of chemical in it or it's just overdone. If it's gray, it's definitely overdone. So that's just something that as I get moving into the jerky world, I really have been trying to focus on keeping everything exactly like it should be. More of that traditional stuff. So as this thing sits, I'm going to go ahead and hit pause, and then I'll come back and I'll show you the reading that I get in real time so that you know that I'm not trying to fudge the deal around. So if you give me 1 second here. Okay, so we're back. It's been, this water activity meter takes 5 minutes. It's been a little over 5 minutes. It's actually getting ready to shut off. And whether, so I don't disturb this. I'm not going to move this because we don't want air light to come in. We don't want any type of, obviously we're sitting in our cutting room, so we don't want any type of moisture to get inside of here. So I'm just going to move this phone, so be patient with me here. Hope I don't mess this up. So my target is 0.80. That's what I want to do. That gives you, sorry, let me get this straight. You probably don't want to look up my nose. 0.80 gives you moisture. It gives you more like that steak chew. I'm not answering a phone call, no. You can go away for a minute. Anyways, it gives you just a little bit more pleasurable of a bite. So anyways, before this thing shuts off, let's take a look here. I'll see if I can't get the phone lined up here. So we got 0.79. So we're actually just a touch under what my goal was. The bottom numbers, I think I'm really not even sure how to read those. I've tried learning how to read those. But I do notice that as it climbs on those bottom numbers, that means it's not quite ready. You kind